Hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I do have my preview, prediction and everything you need to know before Coventry versus Hull City live over in Coventry. It's an early kickoff tomorrow, so 12:30 kickoff. But let's preview the entire game, and we'll start off as always with our injury update. Positive news, Alfie Jones is back in contention for this game after missing out the last two games due to a little complaint with his hamstring. It's going to be a bit of a touch and go one with him coming back. He is fit enough to play, whether he's on the bench or in the starting lineup. We do not know that yet, but unfortunately for Alfie Jones, he had 44 straight games of championship football that he played consecutive and then missed the last two games, of course, with that hamstring complaint, as I said. Other injury news, Xavier Simons is unavailable still, but he will most likely be back in contention for our next game, which would be at home to Swansea City. Also, Carl Rushworth, bit of positive news about him. He's making some good progress. He's hoping to be back on the training pitch before the end of the month and could be back available in contention before the early stages of the new year. So some positive Hull City news off the field. A little bit coming on top of that, Sellers has been working hard on the training ground to employ his style of play even more and get over some of the bumps that were in place on Wednesday night. He was positive about some of the things that happened on Wednesday night, but there was some negatives that he is hoping will overcome in this upcoming game. So let's move on to my Hull City predicted starting 11, powered by friends over at Fanhub. If you do not know what Fanhub is, what are you doing? You're a football fan, obviously, so get Fanhub because you get rewarded for being a football fan for free. Free rewards, as in tickets for your games of your club, football shirts, beers, all sorts for being a football fan of your club. Doesn't have to be Hull City. Download the app using the link in the description and use my golden ticket code HUL-IZR. You get to bypass the waiting queue. You get rewarded for using the code, so why would you not do so? You get to predict your team's starting 11. You get to check in at games. Keep up to date on all your team's news and content. So, Fanhub, go and download it. So, my Hull City predicted starting 11. I've only gone for the one change from the side that Ruben put out for his first game against Watford, and this being his first away fixture, of course, against Frank Lampard's Coventry City, and Frank Lampard's first home game as Coventry City manager. So, Panda remains in net. Can't argue with this one. Moving on to a back four of Louis Coyle. Still Sean McLaughlin. I don't think, even though Alfie Jones is fit, I don't think that Ruben Sayers will be looking to risk one of the star centre-backs this early on. So I think Sean McLaughlin will still get the nod to start alongside Charlie Hughes and a Ryan Giles over at left-back, which, if you didn't see my video yesterday, I think he's going to thrive under Ruben Sayers. Moving forwards, although Steven Alzate has had two back-to-back games, which he hasn't had in a while, of course, the first one coming off the bench and him starting the last one, I still think that he will start this game. There is quite a long period. I believe next time he plays next Saturday against Swansea City at home. So it's a long period for him to recover if he does need to. And obviously there is the opportunity for him to play and then get subbed off in the 60th, 70th minute, something like that. He doesn't have to play a full 90. So I would like to see him play. I've been heavily impressed with him so far. And then partnered up with Regan Slater. If only Regan Slater put that tackle in, put that foul in. And we may be speaking about Hull City going on to win their second in a row. Ahead of that, Casey Palmer. He's fantastic, isn't he? He's just going to thrive every game and every game moving forwards. Abu Kamara and Ryan Longman out wide to complete with the man up top, Mason Burstow. That's my only change, I think. Although I think that he's probably the third rankings on the strikers at the moment. I really would love to see him start this game. I've been impressed with what he's done off the bench in the past few games. Of course, grabbing a goal a few weeks ago in 90 seconds off the bench. Yes, João Pedro probably had his best game in a City shirt last time out. Didn't manage to score. Chris Bedia did manage to score off his hand. So you could maybe make an argument for him wanting to start with that confidence boost. But personally, I would love to see Mason Berso get the shout up at striker. Some other news. Okay, so our second match winner retro jersey has been announced and is on sale now. It is the famous 1992-93 Tiger print home shirt. It's on sale now from Tiger Leisure in junior and adult sizes. So some nice, some more nice retro wear to be worn at the games. I believe that this one still does have the dodgy badge where the whiskers are white and messed up a little bit. So yeah, that's all of that. So I believe that is all of really the Hull City news. There is some bits of news around an academy signing. So let me just pull that up on here. So Hull City have managed to sign a highly rated young player in Cathal McCarthy, the Republic of Ireland international. He is been on trial for Hull City all of the summer, and he has apparently been signed by Hull City and then loaned back to the club that we signed him from in University College Dublin, or UCD, where he will remain there for the League of Ireland club until the end of the season before linking up with the Tigers next season. He's 18 years old, and he made his senior debut in May, coming off the bench in a 2-2 draw. He has played a few games for the Irish under-19 side. In most recent, their 3-1 win over Kazakhstan back in September. And he was there alongside Stan Ashby, of course, with the academy at the moment. He did play some time in the pre-season friendlies for City's academy sides, including against Blackburn Rovers, Scarborough Athletic, and yeah, seems like a promising one. We have beaten off other sides to get him, as Derby, Norwich, Millwall were looking, along with Everton and Fulham. So it seems that it seems to be a promising one that we have got in our academy. So I'll keep you up to date on what goes on with Cathal McCarthy and all the other young lads. So last meetings between both sides. We don't really have our Coventry killer anymore. Oscar Estepinian does love a goal against Coventry, as we all know. But if we want to go back to last time we both played each other, of course, at Coventry Stadium, it was a bit of a Fabio Carvalho masterclass, as Philogene Carvalho scored a pen right at the end of the first half. And then Noro Hayo grabbed the winner for the Tigers after we let Bobby Thomas score back for Coventry. Scrolling back a little bit, a few 1-1 draws. Of course, there was the Oscar Estepinian hat-trick against Coventry City right at the early stages of the 2023-24 season. Or 2022-23 season, I apologise. I'm getting my season muddled up. But Oscar does love a goal against Coventry, as he also scored at their ground later on that season, grabbing 4 goals against them. So Oscar Estepinian, unfortunately we don't have him anymore for the Coventry game, but hoping that the rest of the lads can put out a good shift. Form-wise, it's looking a little bit better for City, I must say. It's also not looking the best for Coventry. We have snapped our 6-game losing streak with that 1-1 draw against Watford, which maybe could have turned into the win, as I say, if Regan Slater put that foul in. For Frank Lampard's Coventry City, it was a 1-0 win in his takeover game, and then they lost 2-0 away at West Brom during midweek. Before that, it's a little bit hard to tell this because that's under a former manager, in that 2-2 draw against Cardiff, 2-0 loss against Burnley, and a 2-2 draw against Sheffield United. Some tough fixtures there against Burnley and Sheffield United. Of course, not to brag, but we did draw against Burnley, so that is that. And of course, we'll just gloss over the red for Hull City as we move on to the table. So table-wise, the teams aren't that dissimilar from each other. Yes, we've picked up a few less wins than them, as they're currently in 16th place and we're still rock bottom. But the table is that tight that on Wednesday we were winning for 6 minutes, and for those 6 minutes we were without the relegation zone, and I believe we was up near 20th place. So a win tomorrow could mean good things for City. Of course, other teams around us will play, and that maybe change their situation. But a win is what we want to really help us project ourselves off the bottom of the table, as we don't really want to be in the relegation zone come January transfer window opening time. So, yeah. Shed shirts. I've gone for a man who is a current Tiger. And we got him off Coventry City. I could have had a mixture of current Tigers in our shared shirts. Of course, Ryan Giles played a little bit of time over at Coventry City. But I have gone with Casey Palmer. Of course, Casey Palmer firing high at the moment at City. And it'll be his first time returning back to Coventry. We'll see what reception he gets tomorrow. Hopefully it's a positive one, as you got to love a bit of Casey Palmer. So, player to watch out for. Now, this player is... It's a bit of a tough one to pick for Coventry City, as I would have gone for Haji Wright. Although Haji Wright, I believe, is injured and he's maybe not in available contention for this game. So you can't really watch out for him if he's not playing. So I have instead gone for Jack Rudoni, who is a 23-year-old midfielder winger that has had quite a good season so far for Coventry City, recording 5 assists and 2 goals across his 20 starts. 18 starts in 20 matches, I apologise. Coventry did pick him up from Huddersfield Town in this past summer transfer window. And of course, at Huddersfield Town, he did play a combined 84 games, scoring 7 goals. Spent a long time out at AFC Wimbledon before that as well. So he's really a young player to watch out for. Does like a good aerial duel. He can get involved in the defensive action, and he's quite good with his touching, dribbling. So certainly a player to watch out for in the middle of the park, out wide, wherever he does end up playing. He has been playing through the centre as a cam under Frank Lampard. So certainly a player to watch out for tomorrow. Score prediction. I think it will be an away win. And Ruben Sayers his first win as Hull City manager. A 2-1 win. Why not? Get that new manager bounce back. Show Frank Lampard that we didn't need. We don't want him. He wasn't really in contention for the City job other than being on the bookies list. And it's Ruben Sayers' Barmy Army marching through Coventry. So I think the goals for the Tigers will come from the former Coventry City man, Casey Palmer. I think he might grab a nice cannon of a goal. And then another goal for Ryan Longman. Whether that be a fantastic effort, as we know he can do, or a cheeky tap-in, as we know he can do as well. So I'll leave you with that photo of Adrian Eljali, as I ask you to let me know down in the comments what your score prediction is ahead of this game, who you think will score for the Tigers, and whether you think will pick up all these important 3 points on the road at Coventry City. So I will see you tomorrow for my reaction video after the game, hopefully celebrating a win. So make sure you like and subscribe so you keep up to date on all the Hull City news and content, as we will be racking through soon into the January transfer window. So I'll see you in the next video. Up the Tigers. Go on.